I just got off work, so I'm going to try to make this video as quick as possible. As you've already seen from the title, you know what we're talking about today. It is things that I miss about the UK after moving to... So it's things that I miss about the UK after moving to Canada as a permanent resident a few months ago. I know that I've been on this channel sharing UK and England that we have like a very complicated relationship. It's a love-hate relationship. I feel that it's in between. I mean, I love England so much. At the same time, you know, like some things is to just like piss me off regarding England. But generally, I love England. I'm very grateful for that country. It gave me everything that I have. Like, it also led me to where I am now, because I know that if I had not moved to England, it would have been maybe harder to move to Canada, which is my final destination. So I am very grateful for England. I'm grateful for the country. I'm grateful to be here. Anyway, there are some things that I miss about the UK, and I know that you guys might be shocked, because aside from the last two videos that I made where I talked about I regret moving to Canada, leaving the UK for Canada, I have made videos talking about how much I love and enjoy living in Canada. So in this video, I'm going to tell you guys like things that I miss about the UK, like things that I miss about the UK, things that, you know, what I think about it is like, should I pack up my bags and go back to the UK? Should I go back? I still have a valid visa. Should I go back to the UK? So the first thing that I miss about the UK is cheap groceries. I know. I know, like cheap groceries. I have not been able to find that here. I heard that shopping at Canada Superstore is cheaper, but then there's no Canada Superstore close to my house, and you know, winter is coming and I don't have any car yet, so I would really like a place that's close to my house, you know, and there's no Canada Superstore close to my house, unfortunately, so I do not have the luxury of shopping at Canada Superstore. I found groceries very challenging. It is extremely expensive, to be honest. It's one thing that I actually miss about the UK, because I can walk into Lidl and, you know, use £50 to stock up on a lot of groceries. However, it's not the same here. Like groceries cost a lot. It costs a lot in this country. I don't know what the government are doing to bring down the cost of groceries, because people can barely afford, you know, groceries here. So I would say that one of the main things that I miss about Canada after moving to about England, right, after moving from the UK to Canada, is the groceries. Like, I've been looking for stores like Lidl, you know, something like as cheap as Lidl. Lidl is my favorite store. I know that Aldi is also cheap. There's no equivalent for that. There's no way around this. There's no way around it. Groceries in Canada are extremely expensive, and that's not been easy, to be honest. That's not been an easy journey regarding groceries, okay? That's not been an easy journey regarding groceries. But one thing that I actually miss about the UK is the cost of groceries. The cost of groceries, I miss it so much. The next thing I miss about the UK is access to other parts of the world. You guys, I booked the flight from the UK, from England to Prague. I think it cost me like £20 or something. It was 20 something pounds or less than that. It was not a lot. From the UK to Prague, it was not a lot. Like, you have access to other parts of the world, especially Europe. There's a direct train from London, I think it's London St. Pancras International, to France. There's a direct train to France from London, so you can actually you can just be in France from London. It is that close and that affordable. You can travel to different parts of Europe. I went to Spain. I went to Barcelona in Spain, had such a good time, and did not even break the bank for that trip. I went to Prague in Czech Republic, did not break the bank for that trip. You can actually go from the UK to France, Germany to Estonia, you know. different countries. Italy, you can go to Greece, you can go to Albania, you can go to Montenegro. You have access to Europe. Like, you have access to Europe, and Europe is like the ideal travel destination. Like, everybody and their daddies are looking to come to Europe to just holiday. Everybody wants to go to Paris. Everybody, why did I say it like that? Why did I say Paris? Everybody wants to go to Paris to, experience the beauty that is Paris. Everybody wants to go to Italy to eat pasta and just like look at the architecture in Rome and other parts of Italy. Spain is, at your fingertips. You can actually go from Belgium to Netherlands. Like, you can do an Europe tour. Is it Europe? You can do a tour. Let's not speak bad English on this channel, okay? You can actually do a tour. You can do whatever it is that you want to do. You can travel to wherever it is that you want to travel. Even as a student, as an international student in the UK, there are places that you can actually go to that does not require a visa. You can go to Albania without a visa. You can go to Montenegro without a visa. You can go to Georgia without a visa. And there are a couple of other places that you can actually visit. UK gives you access to different parts of the world. Like, it is amazing what you can actually do with a UK visa or living in Europe, living in the UK. You can travel and you don't have to break the bank about it. I want to go and visit my sister in December, and I checked the price of flights inside the same Canada to go to another province. Do I have to go and steal? Why is travel within Canada so freaking expensive? I don't understand it. I don't understand it at all. Like, I don't get it. To go to Ontario, I was like, oh, I have to go and renew my passport. So I have to go in December or in January. I have to go and renew my passport. And I just checked I checked the journey on Google Flights from Edmonton to Ottawa. Wow, how will I pay for it? How will I afford it? I'm going through a lot in this country. How am I supposed to afford it? The passport will be expired like that though, until 2027, when I will collect my citizenship. Because to travel from Edmonton to Ottawa, why is it costing this much? Why is it this expensive? Don't even get me started regarding traveling from Canada to other parts of the world. It is, it's expensive, okay? I mean, it's close to the US. In Edmonton, we don't have like any border with any US state, but I know that Alberta has a border. I can't even remember where we have a border with, but I know we have a border with the US state. But traveling within Canada, even within this Alberta, is expensive. It's expensive. Canada is so big and travel is expensive, and travel is something that I like to do. I like to travel. I also have like a partner who also enjoys traveling, which is amazing. But people move the travel to 2025. Let's settle first and then see what we can do. Okay, if it's in the UK, that will just be like, oh, let's plan a trip. So we are always traveling. We'll just plan a particular trip, go on holiday somewhere a week, have a good time, and come back. Here you have to do mathematics, like further math. You have to be calculating and all of that just to travel. I like to travel. Please help me here in this Canada. Another thing that I actually miss regarding living in England is the time zone. I've not figured it out. For me, inside this Canada, we also have different time zones. So like the time zone in Ontario is not the same thing with the time zone here. I use the mountain time zone, and my work is not even, the job that I do is not even in this Alberta time zone. I'm working in another time zone. Inside this North America, you guys, like the time zone is bursting my head. The time zone is something that I have not gotten a grasp of. It's especially when it has to do with calling home. In the UK, it's like Nigeria. I talk to my mom every day, even now. Like we talk every day, all the time. She calls me every day. But now it's like we now have to do some mathematics. So how many hours difference now? Oh, 7 hours. So she has to change her time to like the mountain time zone. Like she just put that in her on her phone just to know what time it is when she wakes up before she calls me. So we've now arranged our call times, unlike the UK where she gets to call me anytime that she can, anytime that she likes. Here it's not the same thing. We have to like plan it. Okay, so you wake up around 5 in the morning in Nigerian time is 10 p.m. here. So if you wake up around 5, you do your prayers or you're preparing to go to work. If you call me around that 10 p.m., fine. Or you can call me around 11 p.m., which is your 6 p.m. But if you don't call me around 10 p.m. or 11 p.m., which is your 5 a.m. or 6 a.m., you will now call me when I'm done with work, like in the morning, which is in your evening, or when I'm on my way to work, or when I want to just log into work, when I want to get started with work. It's a lot of, there's a lot of arrangements here. Like I feel that my friendships are suffering, okay, because like we don't know the right time to call each other. That's why I think on Sundays I usually like talk to my friends. I'll call them from one friend to the other, like reach out to them, even those in Nigeria, those in UK. I will call them and stay on the phone for like 2 hours, just chatting, I just talking, I just listening to each other breathe, because I lost a friend of mine. Like we had a friendship breakup sometime last year. So this period, the friends that I have, I'm just like holding on to them tight. They should not leave me with my bad character. They should not use my bad character to break up with me. Okay, so I'm trying to put in effort into the friendships that I have, like keeping up with them, calling them, texting them, just to know how it is, sending voice notes. If I'm unable to answer messages, I send voice notes to apologize, to say, oh hey, this is what I've been dealing with, this is what I've been going through, this is, we're not in the same time zone anymore. So you have to be very intentional regarding your friendships. So one thing I miss about the UK is the time zone. Is like the Nigerian time zone, okay? It's like the Nigerian time zone, and I think just 1 hour behind Nigeria during the winter, but normally it's just the Nigerian time zone, so it's easy to keep up with your friends and family back home. However, here it's a lot. I even have friends in Ontario, and then I call them around 9 p.m. and they're like, oh, gifts, it's 11 p.m. So I'm still trying to get used to the time zone. So it's one thing that I actually miss about living in the UK, the fact that, the Nigerian thing is really close. Do you understand? The Nigerian time zone is almost the same thing with what we're used to in the UK. Unlike another thing I miss is the access to Nigerian food. Nigerian things, Nigerian food. We have like a big African store here. It's called Kaswa. Yeah, Kaswa. It's a Ghanaian store. In the UK, we had in my city in Luton, we had three. There was one, they were too close to my house. One was like a 3 minutes walk from my house when you come downstairs. One was a 4 minutes walk from my house. And another one was like a 15 minutes walk from my house. So we had like African stores everywhere. But here it's just like the Ghanaian store. I don't know if there's any Nigerian store here, not that I am familiar with. Also, the African restaurant that I went to, I made a video about it on my TikTok. The food was not giving, honestly. I'm not going to come and lie. The jollof was not jollofing. The fried rice was not giving. Of course, I tipped though, but it was not the best experience, to be honest. So we in the UK I think there's more access to things that concern Nigeria, which I'm not saying that I don't like. I'm not saying that I don't like it here, because I know that it's not hard now. Like my keyboard warriors will come, go and be typing, say, oh, go back. I'm not saying that I want to go back. I'm just talking about things that I miss in England, moving to Canada as a permanent resident. So yeah, the access to Nigerian food, stores and all of that is something that it's something that I'm getting used to, okay? Another thing that I miss is church. My church in Luton. Central Seventh Day Adventist Church. No church comes close. No church comes close. That church is churching, okay? It's like, it's the best. It is the best. I love it. I loved it there. Like, you know, when you think about church and you're so happy, so I'm so excited on Friday when I get up, work in the UK, and I'm like, oh my God, I am so happy to go to church. I need to go to church. I'm always happy to go to church. It's not the same here, okay? It's not the same here. It's a different ball game altogether here in Canada. I'm not saying that not anything is wrong with the church. It's just not as welcoming. I've said this thing so many times. It's just not as welcoming as it was in the UK. It's not as welcoming as it was in the UK. Okay, I'm just trying. I've made vlogs about it, like struggling. I even one time stopped going to church, like, struggling to fit in the church. I know you people will be like, oh, maybe try other Seventh-day Adventist churches, but I don't have a car. Winter is coming, okay? I need something close to me, and the church close to me is not. I will continue going to see, but I miss the church in England. I really do miss it. I really do miss it. Another thing is the access to Nigeria. Nigeria is close to the UK, so you can, in 7 hours, if you use Airpeace from London Gatwick, in 7 hours you are in Lagos, Nigeria. When I think of traveling back to Nigeria to visit, okay, I just cancelled that thought immediately because it's so expensive and it's so far, okay? It's far. It's very, very far. So expensive and super far. So, it's something to consider for the future, but it's super expensive, super far to access other parts to access Nigeria, okay? So you have to think about it properly. You have to plan your finances properly for thinking of going to Nigeria. But for me, at this point, I don't think I'm going to Nigeria anytime soon because it's not cost effective. I like to go to Nigeria. I was in Nigeria this year. I was in Nigeria last year. So I was in Nigeria this year in January. I was also in Nigeria last year. For next year, I'm not going, okay? I'm not going. Like, it's going to cost a lot of money, and it's not something that I am super into. Another thing I'm going to shamefully admit here is that I miss British food. I know, I've said this on TikTok, that as a Nigerian, it is very hard for us to admit that anything better than Nigerian food, anything that is not Nigerian food is great. But I really like British food, and I think that's because I like potatoes. I don't eat yam. I really enjoy eating potatoes. So British food is made up of a lot of potatoes. Like, I like the jacket potatoes, like, everything, mashed potatoes, everything potatoes, shepherd's pie, everything that concerns potatoes, you will find me there. So I miss British food. I miss going to the pub with my friends Neil Choma to have British food, okay? So I miss that. I think British food is amazing. I like crumpets too. I've not found crumpets here. So if you know where they sell crumpets here, let me know. I've not found crumpets here, but I actually also had fish and chips. I bought a pack of fish and chips from Walmart, and it was really great. It reminded me of England. So I really miss the food in England, and I know that Nigerians want to come for me, say, how you like British food and all of that. I really, really love British food, and to be honest, I miss it so freaking much, especially the Sunday roast, and then potatoes, some potatoes and more potatoes, okay? Another thing I miss is the British accent, and no accent greater than that. And no accent greater than that. It's sad that if I decide to have children, they're not going to have the British accent. That won't pay me dirty, but it's something that, it's something has to give, okay? We'll settle with the Canadian accent. But I really love the British accent, and I miss hearing it every day. It is such a sexy accent. It is such a sexy accent, okay? I like it. I miss the British accent, and it's something that I miss about living in England. But I feel that these things are they're not serious. This is not a serious video. This is just like a fun and chatty video, because before people will come now to start saying things like, oh, you can go back to the UK, go back to the UK then, why are you still here? It's not fun, it's not hard, okay? So this is just a fun video, me mentioning things that I miss about the UK. I'm going to do things that I love about living in Canada next. Yeah, I will do a video on things that I love about living in Canada, so stay tuned for that video before you jump and start, you know, typing with your keyboard. Okay, anyway guys, that's about that for this video. Yeah, if you moved from the UK to Canada, what do you miss about England? What do you miss about the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland? I also miss one more thing, which is the employers getting back to you. I did some, we'll get back to you in Canada, but not all. But you know, no bad blood. We're not taking it personally, okay? Just like move on, move on. Anyway, thank you so much guys for watching this video. Like I said, like no bad blood here, nothing bad intended and all of that. It's just a fun and chatty video. So yeah, maybe these things will make me move back to the UK. Who knows? Who knows? Do you think that these are enough reasons why I should move back to the UK? What do you guys think? Remember, I still have a valid UK visa. So do you think I should just move back? I'm gonna enjoy my potatoes, my jacket potatoes, my shepherd pie, my Sunday roast, my fish and chips, my crumpets, or listen to the British accent, or you know, just go there for access to travel and a whole lot of other things. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think. Am I moving back to the UK? Who knows? Who knows? You don't know. You don't know my next move. So like, stay tuned for the next video that I'm going to put out. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. Remember, if you moved from the UK to Canada, let me know in the comment section what you miss about the UK. Thank you guys. Bye.